and 2, he's almost as you know, blatantly unsuccessful as his teammate Hydra was, right? I mean, there's no he's 1-6 and 0-2 against Protoss, but here there's no but actually
no
about
but.
this.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'm sorry, but there's not. You know, he's a great StarCraft 1 Zerg. He's had a lot of trouble in StarCraft 2. I'm just going to put the truth on the table. And, you know, I think his best shot here is to cheese Rain, who is, of course, not the best results in Pro League this season, but one of the best Protoss players in the world right now.
Yeah, that's basically what you have to say. I mean, he's lost some iffy games. You know, he lost a game on Outboxer where a bunch of Zerglings passed by his Zealot over and over again. Very high-profile match, that one. And, you know, he's taken big games as well. But just in general, one of the best Protosses that we have here. And I feel like he has a very good chance against effOrt here.
Well, map number 1 is going to be Habitation Station yet again. Our map with gold bases. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into game number 1. CJ versus SKT.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top left, in that yellow color for CJ Antis, the Zerg player, effOrt.
The top right in the orange color, SK, it's Rain. For those of you guys wondering, you know, we talked about this a lot on stream. I have identified the little silver thing they're wearing.
Have you?
Yeah. It's a health monitor tool that I believe Adidas, their new sponsor, is actually giving them to help with, you know, just little things like pedometer type stuff. I guess maybe heart rate, just monitoring your health, making sure you're
healthy. You knew
healthy.
about this and you did not tell me.
Sorry, I found out about it. I think like at 3 o'clock in the morning. You were sleeping.
Well,
I didn't think to call you. Next time I will. I'm so sorry.
These two teams are yellow and orange, so I'll try not to get mixed up, but mistakes do happen.
Well, just wait until we have Hydra versus Sulky and a ZVZ of these colors. That's
boy.
That's when things are going to get really awesome.
Or even the PvP.
Ooh. Cannons first. effOrt is, he checks here with his drone. But he's going to take the gold. Oh, this is not the correct, well, not the I would just rephrase this. This is not what he wants, okay? There's nothing incorrect about this. It's just, it does not line up. And he's even just going to go stick out here immediately. He has to cancel the hatch. Like, I mean, let's be blunt here. Like, the Overlord sees this too, but he's not going to pull drones across the map. This is also a map where you could just do a 2-pylon wall. This is why you very rarely see Zerg players try to do this against Protoss. He's already like pulling a drone to take his natural.
I don't even think that Rain has to do a wall. He could just like put down cannons. It's way too far for the drones, and like you mentioned, that's going to go down. Probably just going to wait to the last minute to cancel that, and his natural hatchery will be a little bit later here.
Is he actually going to try to hold this?
He's going to try to hold this.
Well, the probe left actually, but he brings it back now, and there's no way there's enough surface area.
He gets some damage onto the probe, but he's got another one over here as well.
Yeah, I don't think so, effOrt.
No, I don't think so at all. Could
he's
have
gonna
even
have to
tried to
he's
block
just gonna cancel it. I think maybe the drones are like an attempt to make him make more cannons or something. Regardless, okay, the hatch is canceled. Starts the hatch at the natural. Very late Nexus start at the same time as well as a gateway, and as a result, Rain is massively ahead now in this game.
Yep, way far ahead. And as a response here, effOrt is going to have to try to take a very fast third base as well. Can definitely not go for the gold this time. Decides to take it down there towards the south.
A lot of mining time loss with 2 probes. Nexus was slightly delayed as a result. I mean, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here and give like a few extra things to effOrt. You know, like I said, I think the drone pull is to maybe try to force additional cannons. You know, he at least forced the extra pylon to be made, right? So I think that kind of evens things out a little bit. These Zerglings might actually get through here. No, he's ready with the probe. Oh, he's really teasing it.
Probe was teasing those Zerglings. 100%.
Well, second hatch goes up, and it's not too far off. So I guess I would say Rain's still significantly ahead, but he's trying to do everything he can to catch up. He's going to have his queens popping out, getting the extra larva, hitting those injects.
Yeah. One thing he is doing very well is scouting. He sent this one Zergling all over the map. He's going to send it over there towards the south behind that 4th base. Make sure there's no proxies, no pylons, no anything. Wants to be very safe here.
By the way, let me just put some more like hard truths like on the table, because I'm liking doing this today.
You like putting stuff on the table, man.
I am. Now, in this, we talked about the build for a second. Stargate is up and has been scouted. For effOrt, this is like his everything. That's it. He's not playing in IEM tournaments. He's not playing in online cups. He's not playing in the GSL. This is his tournament, and he has a horrible record. And like, if you're thinking about pro gamers and their careers and like what they're going through, please just watching this effOrt play right now. He has spent the last weeks of his life preparing for this moment, this best of one. And if he loses again, how is he going to feel? Right? I mean, this is his career. He is a pro gamer who lives in CJ Indus' house. There's so much pressure on him right now. I mean, like, as much pressure as you could ever have as a pro gamer, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that record, we had guys like Terror come out, lose a bunch of games in a row. He was given a chance. He was given a lot of chances, but he threw them away one by one. And he was never able to really make a name for himself. effOrt, a guy who had a big name for himself, came into StarCraft 2, came into Pro League, lost a bunch of games. He's only won 1 game, and if he loses a bunch more, there's going to have to be some huge reason why the coach would want to put him out here.
Right. Now, I mean, it's not to say that effOrt is a player who's not valuable, despite losing. He may be great in-house. Hold that thought. This is a lot of slow Zerglings here, but they are not going to be able to get this hatch down. In fact, they're only going to try to get the sentry, and I don't think they're even going to get that.
No, just throwing away a bunch of Zerglings there. Was a decent try, trying to get some damage done, but unfortunately, good micro out of Rain. And he drops down 2 gateways and a Twilight Council over there. Nice wall you can set up at the gold base, be pretty safe.
This Oracle has not been able to get anything done, but he is continuing to scout with it. He hasn't even lost any hit points, only shields. Even drops a reveal here, making it so that, for example, if he adds a Spire or something, he's going to see that. He actually puts the Hydralisk Den in plain sight here. Second Stargate goes down, actually. He's really starting to power up quite heavily, and on this map we see almost every Protoss player who gets away with their 3rd base just go Tempest and start to max out with that. We've seen Stats do this, we've seen Hero do this, I think we've even seen Zest do this. It's just seems to be the best way to play this map. We even saw Liquid Hero do this against Terran earlier on today in a completely different matchup. It's just so much dead space. It's a great map for that new unit in Heart of the Swarm. So
yeah, and Rain as well, very good at playing the Stargate units, so it's not too surprising they sent him out here on this map, a map of very, very strong for those air units, like you mentioned. There's that Spire out of effOrt, goes down, as well as that Hydra Den.
Yeah, and double gas is being taken here. I like the choice to go Spire and go Mutas potentially, because this map is, there's a lot of dead airspace, so it's easy to hide the Mutas. You can attack that gold base very easily with that. It's pretty close by the main base. You can, just use that extra mobility quite well. You see these Void Rays come over here to help control the Watchtower. Might even, looks like he was considering going over to try to clear up creep tumors with those, but did not commit to it. +1 for air, +1 for ground. Ooh, goodbye Oracle maybe? Yep.
Yeah, it was going to go down, was using it. Did get a lot of scouting done with that, and did get a couple or 3 of those drone kills, so not too bad, but eventually does go down. 5th base coming in here for effOrt.
I like how he's playing this. He's taken the whole map away from the Protoss, and he's going to most likely commit to Mutalisk here, I would say. I mean, he's seen Void Rays, no Phoenixes. The Protoss actually has a very tiny army right now. I mean, just a few units, 4 Zealots, 4 Void Rays. Can try to snipe structures with this sometimes. We've seen this in the past, like this on this map. Just trying to, again, abuse that dead airspace. And he hasn't added a fleet beacon.
Yeah, no fleet picking. He stopped production on the Void Rays as well.
Oh,
he's
no.
getting the +1 here to his air, and he's going to be able to snipe these upgrades definitely with that overcharge.
Oh, he actually probably should commit to that. Yeah, he's going to stop it. That really hurts range upgrades. This hatch as well is found. These Zealots with +1, likely to kill it. Actually, we'll kill a drone first. Oh, wow, he's actually going to get more drones here, too. I mean, even if the hatchery isn't killed, it's damaged, and there's no drones mining from it. His attack over here looks to be shut down. And a ton of gateways actually being added right now for Rain as he's preparing to start that heavier Zealot harassment with Warp Prisms. Warp Prism coming out here. No cancel on his hatch, so he needs to save it. I think he should be able to save it with these lings. It's going to be close, though, actually.
I think he might be able to get this, but he's got to get a bunch more lings over here. Is he going to get it?
He's going to get that hatch, I think.
Oh my god, Ashley gets that with 3 Zealots. Very unfortunate, but
all right,
he's going to do it.
19.
There's
19
the 19 mutas you were talking about. He's got +1, got to finish as well soon.
This is actually not a bad chance for effOrt because there's been no Phoenixes produced. It's almost as if Rain has taken this possibility and just like completely discounted it as if it's not a real threat. He has no idea this is coming. He has to have some idea the switch is possible at any given time, but he's not prepared for 19 Mulas. He does have a ton of gateways to add Stalkers right now. But still, the first Mulas are now spotted. He gets one for free. That's huge. Maybe a second one.
Oh, it survives. But he's got them on the chase now, and they're not going to be able to run away. He gets the Mushroom Core. No recall possible. He's going to catch all of these Voiders out for free.
Wow. Actually, he should just pull his weakened Mutalisk back. I don't think he's going to lose very many more of these. That's game-changing. Uh-oh, Rain. Here come the Mutalisks. effOrt's flying in. Cannons are not ready. Storm is ready, on the other hand. He stormed some of his own probes. Good dodges there with the Mutalisks. More Stargates added here, and effOrt immediately switches into Swarm Hosts and Roaches. He's trying to get that +1 attack upgrade set up again here. Zealot's about to have +2. The Hydralisk should ward them off. Well, it's going to be a pretty close fight regardless. He needs to micro those.
Yeah, he's trying to micro as best as possible. He's going to leave a bunch of Hydras, though. And there are the Swarm Hosts you're talking about. 8 on the way. He's got the upgrades as well. +1 to range attack as well. Now he just has a small group of mutas that can control the map very well. He's going to go more heavily into that ground army, though, from here on out.
Nice control here by Rain, able to identify where the Mutalisks would likely fly around and have his Archons ready. And he's also chasing now with Phoenixes. Phoenixes being produced 3 at a time. And if he can actually isolate and kill these Mutalisks, then he knows the threat is over. And he would like to scout the switch, of course, into Swarm Hosts and prepare for that. Mutalisks are going to go down here. They've done their job. They've forced a lot of Phoenixes, which are going to be useless, generally speaking, otherwise. Obviously, he would like to trade his Mutalisks better than this. But, I mean, look at the Protoss supply here. He's got a very lackluster ground army. Plenty of units on the ground to defend any harassment. This, on the other hand, could be a big problem. Spore Crawlers are great against Void Rays, but not so much against, it looks like, 10 Zealots. Orphan into the main base. Transfuse is going to buy some time, but he needs to burrow these Swarm Hosts.
He does burrow the Swarm Hosts, but this is a lot of upgraded Zealots. Could even possibly start getting to work on these Swarm Hosts. Does unburrow it, and now getting to work on all those drones as well.
Yep, now Roaches will actually come and fend this off, but damage has been done. And he scouts the Swarm Host transition, killing even a gas here. Maybe kills a second gas. Rain's Multitask has actually even taken a fight in the middle of the map during all of this. Now, he needs to switch into Colossi. He has not a single Colossus on the map right now. He's going to need double Robo production coming up, or he's going to have some trouble because the Swarm Host count's already up to 12. Not paying attention here. The Swarm Hosts actually do get to burrow, and these are very close by to that gold base. This hatch is being targeted down. That's only one Hydra. The rest of the Hydras come. Can he save the hatch this time? I think so. I mean, I said that last time, but yeah, he will save it.
Yeah, he's going to save it, but that hatch is very low. Could get another warp in there if effOrt does not find that pylon. Even warp in again in the main base, but effOrt ready this time with some Roaches. Now the Phoenixes are going to be in here to take out some Swarm Hosts. Does get one, does get another one. Swarm Host just above ground, going to be picked off. There's nothing to put him back. Eventually the Hydras do come in, though.
Yeah, small trades like this, okay for Rain. Wants to keep his Warp Prism out of Spore range if he can help it, though. Now, this base does eventually go down. This is just a fact of life, right? If your base goes down to less than 500 hit points, Zealots will just come in and kill it. Marauders will just come in and kill it, even if you make status defense most of the time. But he's going to be careful of these Phoenixes. Pathogen Glands on the way, and that means Infestors will soon follow. Allow him to trap these units, trap the Protoss Death Ball just a little bit better. And upgrade-wise, still better for Rain. I believe he started +3. If not, I'm sure he will soon.
Yeah, and the +1 armor for effOrt just finished, so not the greatest upgrades over there. We do have those Colossi you were talking about popping out here. Does have the Archons and Storm as well. Could pick off even more Storm hosts here with these Phoenixes. So Phoenixes, even after being forced to be made, are starting to do a bunch of damage.
Yeah. Uh-oh, catching some Hydras here. Not the most, essential unit in the composition for effOrt, but a nice catch nonetheless. Good micro here by effOrt. He splits back into a concave to make sure he gets the best trade possible here. May even have to turn around to fight these Phoenixes a little bit. Looks like he's just going to try to save what he can, cut his losses here.
Well, with Phoenixes on the chase here, how much can you actually cut? And getting even more and more Hydras here. Good pickoffs here by Rain.
Now, effOrt's at the point where he needs to make sure he balances his composition correctly. 9 Corruptors is not going to be even close to enough with all these Void Rays out on the map, and the Colossus count's getting pretty high. And, these Zealots are actually going to kill his base once again, further putting effOrt on 3 bases, as the base at the bottom right was killed earlier. Oh, you know what? He barely saves this.
Yep.
Did not think he would be able to. That's pretty huge.
Barely saves it, but these Phoenixes doing more and more damage is going to get this Queen. Even picks off some of these Corruptors. Now they are going to have to fly away. But again, another very weak base for effOrt. Could send in even some more warped in Zealots to focus that down once again. He's got to be very conscious of that.
Only 9 Corruptors out on the map versus 5 Void Rays. Again, this is a big problem. Huge commitment to Roaches as well, which are not going to be too useful. Probably wants to consider throwing those away in the most cost-efficient manner possible. Maybe trying to target down a Nexus and then remax with more Corruptors. Because without more Corruptors, this army will crush his. Doesn't have Infestors out, really. He has the upgrade. He could switch to them. And he's getting Vipers out, which are going to help as well. But Vipers being pulling Void Rays into small numbers of Corruptors, the Void Rays will just kill the Corruptors faster. Oh, wow. These Phoenixes have been so useful all game, despite the fact that he switched out of Mulas so quickly. You could even turn and kill those Hydras.
That's the multitasking of Rain. He's going to make those units that he made very, very long ago for the Mutas come in and do more and more damage as the game goes on, even in places where you wouldn't expect it. And getting those little advantages allows him to get an army like this. So many Archons, has Storm in the back, a ton of Templar, a ton of Colossi as well, Void Rays in the mix as well. What does effOrt have to respond to this?
Well, he's going to have to hope, that's for sure. His composition he has right now is so outdated. The Roaches are going to go for a counterattack. He wants them to die so he can remax with better units, but see how much damage they can get done. +3 is almost done for them, so they're going to be a little bit beefier that way. Vipers over here have to get the best pulls, but what can he pull into? He's got nothing to pull into. 4 Mutas on the way? effOrt, man, this composition is not working. There are more Archons on the map than there are Corruptors.
And
that's
Storms go down onto all of these Swarmos, and they're going to be focused down by the charged up Void Rays as well. And Queen's going down. This counterattack is doing damage, yes, but the main of effOrt is being sieged now. Muta's dying as they pop out. Storms on the Overlords.
He still has the infrastructure to make more Phoenixes, and he has so many Archons and Storm, like you mentioned. I don't think this is going to work. Some of the Mutas are actually being forced to cancel here. He's killing the eggs. Hive goes down. effOrt stuck with a composition that was just not destined for success because he couldn't afford to switch it because he didn't have those bases, the south mining. That was his weakest point. I would have liked to maybe see more static defense out of him earlier on to defend those bases. His tech has been reset now. He has to build a spawning pool. He started his lair luckily before that actually that went down. But this base at the bottom is almost already gone. This army is going to crush this base as well. And he's got like a few Mutas on the map. Against this many Archons, I don't see him winning the fight.
Yeah, even has the Void Rays to support. I like how he didn't just recall his whole army, recalled most of it, but kept some there to continue the damage, and now he's just going to squash effOrt from both sides. These Mutas trying to fight, but with Templar in the back there, they're going back, and look at this.
On the Archons! Ouch! Well, there are 6 Archons and 6 Mutas, 7 Phoenixes, by the way. Base is gone. Putting him down to only the gold base is mining. And Rain's not going to take very long to figure that out. This small army, I mean, the Vipers are essentially useless. He has 5 Vipers. I think he made arguably too many Vipers this game, actually. 4 Archons in production right now. You know how many Templar that is? It's 8 High Templar. That's the answer. That was a rhetorical question, fans at home. That's a lot of money. He has so much money that he can't spend because his tech was reset. But even if he makes 21, okay, let's say more conservative. If he makes 25 mutas all at once, is he going to be able to beat this many Archons and the infrastructure here with the Phoenixes? I don't think so.
He's got Archons, he's got Storm, he's got Phoenixes, even Void Rays. Trying to pull Phoenixes.
That's the saddest Viper I've ever seen.
That
I've seen
Viper
a lot
was
of sad
destined for
Vipers.
so much more, but he's pulling Phoenixes, man.
Yeah. He had so much potential. He just didn't, he just didn't grow up in the right town. He didn't grow up with an effort that had the right tech to support him in his growth. Actually, if he has like one High Templar at home, he's just gonna have a field day blowing up those Vipers. There it is.
There it is. He's standing and waiting. There's the Storm.
Even ready for the Storm. The Viper's careful, but all right, he's gonna make 25. My guess was actually on point. Actually, does he have enough larva to even make 25? I don't think so. He starts 3 mutas. I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
This game was over a long time ago, unfortunately, effOrt fans. Another pull goes down here. This one actually successful. Same to be said the other one, but once the mutas are gone, that's going to be it. Even feedback starting to hit and blow up those Vipers. Poor effOrt, man. You really got to feel for him. This guy was a legend in StarCraft 1, and he has had nothing but failures this season. GG, Rain wins again.
There it is. We all predicted it. Rain is able to take a very strong PvP against effOrt, bringing SK Telecom 1-0 against CJ. They are going to have that momentum now. Sending out Rain on that map, I feel like was a very good idea. Had a very nice build with the Void Rays come in there, cancel the upgrades, do a bunch of damage. Even from the beginning of the game with the Fords and the cannons, stopped effOrt's very risky gold base strategy there. So,
that was. I really I don't even want to talk about the strategy, man. I really want to talk about how much I feel for effOrt in a game like this, where clearly Rain just